Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are again introducing you now today, this time after hour at the ACF 2018, live and exclusive on the Cargoneyswire TV from Toronto. Good afternoon, Arnaud.
Good afternoon, Devendra.
We are here talking to Arnaud Lambert, President and CEO of Champ, and he is the person behind Champ. Tell us something about Champ.
About Champ, oh well, Champ, first of all, the thing you should know what is the Champ name comes from.
Yes.
It stands for Cargo Handling and Management Planning.
Mm-hmm.
So back in certain years, there was an IT division in Cargolux Airlines that was doing solutions for Cargolux, but also for other airlines. And at one point in time, we had a super product called Champ, Cargo Handling and Management Product Planning, and that product was very successful for Cargolux and also for the airlines. And it was back in early 2000, a single product that was browser-based with a rich set of functionalities. So we thought there was a market potentially for that, and Cargolux board supported basically the recommendation, say let's make a business out of it professionally, and as they said to us, go and conquer the world.
Wow.
And that's what we have done in the last 15 years.
Fabulous. So the 15 years old champions of the Champ, we can call them, in terms of handling of the cargo, management and product services, which are really challenging these days. These are challenging times for you guys. Is it right?
It's a major, these days the industry is going through a major transformation.
Exactly. So the question comes, what are the real challenges are you facing right now?
Well, I think an acceleration of the pace of the change to start with. We have the chance to serve over close to 120 airlines, over 50 ground handlers among the big network one like WFS and in Swissport, and also we have 3,000 forwarders. So just brings a big community of actors, and where we see for each of them a major acceleration of the pace of the change of their own business. You have e-commerce that is accelerating, that is transforming, I would say, the landscape. You have new competition coming in also.
Exactly.
Coming on from the traditional way, the non-traditional way, and the new entrants. There is the big letter A that starts, what everybody speaks about, whether the shade of that is coming somewhere or not. But also there is also on those challenges there is a lot of opportunities also, and people start to realize that technology is now there. It has been verified in other industries like automotive, etc. That where you can actually integrate a fragmented logistic chain to be able to work like you would be an integrator, completely transparency together. Still, one thing needs to evolve, it's the mentalities.
Exactly.
About, no, I don't keep the data for myself, I share my data, and by sharing my data, and everybody plays that game, and that's a big trust element. Everybody shares its own data, not everything, the ones that are relevant for the fluidity of the logistic chain, then everybody is going to gain in that efficiency, in service level, in service commitment, and making this industry probably evolving from this famous still 7.2 days on average going A to B worldwide.
That's very interestingly said, Arnaud, when we talk about digitalization of the products, because e-commerce is playing a very good role now. It's a challenging world. How would you say defining and absorbing and then experimenting, rather, initially I'll say that, and then finally percolating into the system, that e-commerce product, how would you say about the Champ?
Well, we see clearly a trend that has been accelerating over the last 5 years about the customer expectation in B2B now is driven by the B2C experience.
B2C experience, yes.
So, and the acceleration of e-commerce has two effects. An expectation management, so yes, I order my book in 2 clicks, I have a full traceability, I'm proactively notified before it gets my letterbox, etc. And if there is deviation, I'm notified, there is a compensation mechanism in place, etc. So people are used to have that in their day-to-day life. So they start to now want to have the same in their business life. And in their interaction, they want to also have, as a shipper, the full transparency, the easiness of access of the information, etc., which is not the case for them. And that's why there is a major transformation. The e-commerce is accelerating that further, because from the traditional cargo that is moving through the chain, including perishable, live animals, etc.
Yeah.
Now we start to have a blurring of the lines between what you call the traditional mail, where from pure envelopes start to be bigger package and bigger.
Yeah.
And then you have the general cargo, even if with the different segmentation of value, etc. And then you start to have the e-commerce that needs to find its place into logistic chain, being fully integrated like an integrator, or being into the traditional flow, which is not integrated, but actually where it's now putting a lot of pressure on quality of service, traceability, and speed of delivery.
So people want speed, people want quality, and people want deliverability on time. And this is what is going to be more challenging times when we talk about management of any of our services as such. Now, when we talk about technological development and technological changes happening up in the world markets in terms of air cargo, when we talk about this, and other cargo, multimodal cargo, multimodal aspects of this industry, where do you define, how would you define technology playing a key role in enhancing the delivery modes in terms of air transport and multimodal transport?
Well, I think we need to start where technology can help to fit the needs. The needs you mentioned, it's speed, visibility, interoperability. All those needs are there. And we can see in other industries, technology have fulfilled those needs. Automotive industry is able to work from a very integrated matters, full traceability across the chain. This industry is actually to embrace certain technologies from that point of view. There has been a lot of investment in technology more from a single actor for its own purposes, own process optimization. Here we really need to see about the technology into across the logistic chain and what will help the different actors to work better together. That's what I would say within the logistic chain. Then we need to see everything that is the doing business with the other.
Yeah.
And there we have those big trends and big hypes around blockchain and what it will deliver or not. We'll see. I think in this conference we could see it's at the infancy. We do research on that also. But you have a lot of other technologies that are coming from the B2C that are available. We discuss about a lot of machine learning, AI. We are actually doing a lot of that ourselves for our products and with tangible results, but those ones are technology that are available and coming from the B2C world. But one thing that we are very, very focused on is everything about removing the keyboard and the mouse. Exactly. Going back to the natural language processing. So you speak, the machine understands, it interacts with you, and you can use whatever mother tongue language, any other language, not only English. And we have so many richness in the world about languages, so that the people from their own mother tongue, where they are the most, I would say, at ease, can actually interact with the system and therefore deliver even better quality of service.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are talking to Arnaud Lambert, President and CEO of Champ Logistics Cargosystems, live and exclusive from Metro Toronto Convention Centre here in ACF 2018. Two questions which will be more crucial and that we will be concluding with him because he's a very busy man. And you tell me something about that. We talked about challenges, we talked about technology, we talked about transparency, we talked about different modes of handling and management of products as far as cargo is concerned and air cargo is concerned. Now, when we talk about your company as such, Champ, where do you see it in 2020?
In 2020, well, that's just next door, actually. So we see it still happening and it's still helping the industry really to move forward in many ways. But we have so far delivered a lot of solutions and services for the verticals, meaning the airlines, that's where we were born, then the ground handling side, the freight forwarding, and now we have more and more shippers as a customer. We have that big community, and now what we are looking at is delivering new services that are actually transversal services that can help every single actor of the chain and the industry as a whole. And we have solutions on ease of doing business, including on the voice side. We have a solution that we're going to be released next year about everything about market analytics.
Yes.
Since we have we represent a large community of customers. We have also there the opportunity to have and basically work on a lot of different type of data, and to be able to expose that in a matter that is helping the industry to work on its pain point or its successes also. I think that's one. The second big one, probably not for 2020, but I really see the next big move in the industry about what I would call the self-handling cargo. These days you can really, with technology, put the right active tag on it, and you don't need much, well, you need much at the worldwide level.
Yes.
But technology is there so that while today you always make a distinction between the passenger and the cargo, say the passenger is self-handling, he goes to the gate, he'll change, he will go to another gate. Cargo doesn't move by itself. Automated warehouse, more and more they do. They can be automated loading. And if you start to have an active tag on the cargo at piece level management, or even a dual D to start with, you can really move into this element of self-handling cargo. That will fundamentally transform the industry, because then that piece of cargo is going to broadcast to all actors its own information, which is for each of them has a different value in the chain, upwards or downwards.
Thank you very much, Arnaud Lambert. Thank you. It was a pleasure talking to you. Nice talking to you. Getting more information of your company as such, and cargo, air cargo in generalized terms. Thank you very much, readers, viewers, and look forward to more interviews in a short while from now. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.